Hi Aries, welcome. I'm Eriu and welcome to Eriu Tarot Readings, and this is your November reading. So Aries, I've already shuffled the cards quite a bit, so we're just kind of going to crack on with it. To my old subscribers, welcome. Glad to have you back. Good to have you. To my new subscribers as well, you're very welcome here too. So grab a cup of tea, cup of coffee, something stronger, and let's see what November has in store for you, alright? As always, if it doesn't fully resonate, which it kind of won't because it's not a private reading, check out your moon and rising sign videos as well. And if you'd like a private reading with me, you can certainly have one. My email address is below. Contact me and I'll get on to you as soon as I can. So that's out of the way, Aries. I'm feeling quite comfy, I'm not going to lie. You can see my shadow. I have my fluffy hoodie on. I'm chilling out tonight now with these readings. And it's a really nice vibe. So I hope also that you're taking care of yourself and your loved ones are safe and sound during this absolute mental time that we are living in. Alright, Aries, let's see how we're doing. Nice. Ooh. Oh. Ain't so bad, Aries. Ain't so bad. So the very top line is going to be our main cards. The bottom line is clarifying these cards. So start of the month, middle of the month, and end of the month. Also, just remember that this can be applicable to any area of your life. Doesn't matter. Love life, home life, work life, friendships, love, whatever. You name it, apply it how you see fit, okay? So let's crack on. At the very start of the month, Aries, we have the Wheel of Fortune. So I was kind of surprised as I was turning the cards, because what I was seeing was you were like major arcana, major arcana, major arcana. So 3 out of 6 is doing really well anyway. Spot on. And to be honest, that's enough energy to have to deal with during any time, at any one time, I should say. So as you start off the month, we have the Wheel of Fortune here. So Aries, you're coming out of it. Whatever it is, whatever that struggle was, it's going now. Whatever that thing that you knew you had to let go of, that had to just leave, that's going. Whatever thing that you weren't even holding on to, that you knew just needed to go and you wanted it to go, that's finalized now. So the finality of this for you is very important. I had something similar, different cards, but something similar for Scorpio, where it was like you knew that thing needed to be finished and now it finally is. And even though we're coming into Christmas time or like winter time, say, that it feels like everything's kind of shutting down, this is different. This is now opening up a new world for you, which was actually quite due. Now, some of you, I feel like, a lot of you actually, I feel like, have dealt with this quite well, that you've taken kind of the compass of life, you held it in your hand and you went, well, what way am I supposed to go? And the universe kind of went, that's the question we were looking for. That's what we needed to hear. It wasn't just show me the way, show me where to go. The universe needed your permission to be like, show me. Where do I need to go? What do I need to do? And it took that and it brought you with them. So I don't feel like this was a very harsh energy or will be a very harsh energy to start the November month. But I feel like I just see you walking through the woods and the forest and just being aware and taking it for as it comes and at that pace. Also as well, because I keep seeing forest and woodland for a lot of you, this is saying do still keep getting out and exploring, because that seems to be something that at times, Aries, you may not indulge enough of, but actually quite rests your soul. So I'm glad to see end of a chapter for you that may have been quite strenuous. Now just you're kind of saying bye-bye to. What's really nice about these, the older Rider-Waite, which I have gone back to because I just love the amount of messages they give me, is that if you can see the 4 corners here, we have these specific symbols, which I won't go into, but the main thing is that they're holding these books. And so it's also very important for you if you feel like you need to get back to self-care, for some of you, if some of you are thinking of writing or having a journal, or just reading more to feed the spirit and the soul as you kind of navigate your way through this, because words of wisdom seem to be very prevalent for you at the start of this month. Now, backing this up, we have the Death card. So second major arcana, which seems like strong energy over the very start of November. Remember, the major arcana energy can be quite severe at times, and what we often feel like is that these two are conflicting cards. Not so much. When we have the Death card here, that element of cleansing is there. That kind of sounds a bit severe as I say cleansing, but to let those things die that serve us no longer, that their purpose has been fulfilled, therefore it needs to die for something else to be born in its place. So in many ways, this is how it's going for you. The Death card, it's done and dusted. You've left things behind, the people behind, that chapter is closed, goodbye, God bless. And you're moving in with this Wheel of Fortune card and you're saying, I'm willing to do this by myself. Sorry, I just got a ringing in my ear and it has been happening since I was thinking and of your reading and shuffling, and it keeps popping up. So if some of you are hearing things and hearing certain words on the radio that click with you, or hearing certain sounds, wherever you are traveling to, when you hear or experience that, that is saying you're on the right path, you're going the right way. Okay, just that needed to be said. But if we're going to go back to the cards here and have another look, as I say, letting go of something, the death of something, saying goodbye to something. Sometimes we feel like saying goodbyes are quite hard, and they can be. But wow, isn't it great when you say goodbye to that thing that you're so ready to say goodbye to? Sometimes though, the universe is like, don't let go just yet, hold on, because there's more information. And I think whatever that information was for you was the, I wouldn't say the catalyst, but was just like the cap on top. It was like, that's it, done. So, okay, cool energy, transformative energy coming into the start of November. So the very middle of the month then here, we had the Judgment card. So things are going actually in a really nice sequence of events for you. So I'm going to show you this. Even though the Death card was a clarifying card, we do have the Wheel of Fortune. This is how it feels. 1 step, 2 step, 3 step. So nothing too volatile in energy, nothing too extreme in its ways. It feels more like stepping stone, stepping stone, stepping stone, which may not be very fun or kind of spontaneous or interesting for you, Aries. I think this is a welcome energy considering the last few months, even that we've all had. So if you feel like progression is more obvious to you and in some ways more valuable to you through this stepping stone mechanism or strategy, and you may have implemented that yourself, this is saying, yeah, actually keep doing that, because this is how things are opening up for you, because there isn't a distraction of any extremity. There's nobody coming in and out. It's just you walking that path. So when I see the Judgment card here, I see someone that has said goodbye to things, rightly so, has moved forward and is happy to close that chapter and is now properly hearing things. And so it's funny that when I said I could hear this ringing, if you hear noises, that this is important to you, because this card is all about hearing that the call. The universe rings and you better pick up that phone and answer it, because now is your time. For some of you may have felt that your time wasn't coming up. You're like, everybody else is getting by. Everybody else is doing their thing. They're elevating in some way, or they're progressing in some way. Where's mine? I want to know where this is. It was because other things needed to be shut down, and those other voices around you needed to shut up basically as well. And only when that calm and tranquility came around you by your own hand, that's when you started to hear this. So I'm happy to see this, another, again, transformative card there for you. Really great card to have. And I feel like there's a very obvious yet revealing aspect to how things are going to be for you November with yourself. I'm feeling a lot of calm. Like, my vibe is really easy breezy, and I feel like you're taking it as it comes, Aries, and you're just like, if people show up and say they're going to do something, you're like, do you know what? I'm just going to wait until you do that thing. I'm not going to get too excited about it. I'm going to wait until you do it, and then you show me, and then I'll be happy. Otherwise, we'll see. And I don't want to say it's a level of maturity. It could be construed that way, but I would more so say that it's a level of contentment that was well overdue. I feel like there was a lot of noise around you, Aries. Oh my goodness. Now, clarifying this card, we do have the Four of Cups. So we're going into this water energy here that we had experienced with the Death card for the Death card being, governed by Scorpio, and now we're seeing it here, more water energy, clarifying. So Four of Cups is about things coming your way, sometimes not really seeing it for what it is, or thinking that because it doesn't appear to you in the way you would like, that it might not have value to it, might not have worth to it, and you're kind of wondering, well, why is this popping up here? And this isn't what I asked for, and this isn't what I wanted. And I'm an Aries, so I know what I want. Give me what I want. And I get it. Also, being a cardinal sign, being the firstborn of the zodiac, you are technically like the baby of the zodiac. So when you want something, if you think about children or babies even, when they want something, they know what they want and they let us know about it. Now, does that mean I think you're infantile? Absolutely not. And that is certainly not what I mean. But you understand what I'm saying here. When you want something, Aries, in the way that you want it that way. And that's it. It's about knowing what you want and what really makes you happy. And the middle of the month here, and also just through the start of November, it's getting you to play around with the idea of things not showing up the way you want, but may be just as valuable and maybe something you'd want even more so than the way your eyes have seen it before. When we kind of clarify our life and clear it out and really clean it, we start to see with just clearer lens, and that lens obviously is our eyes. So we start to see things differently. In order for you to kind of go through this judgment energy of hearing the call that is being brought to you and saying, look, this is where you need to go. You asked us and now we're telling you. It is saying, we're going to show you the way, but be open to the things that you may not have noticed before. We're asking you to be more observant. We're asking you to be not looking so much back in the past to things that may have given you emotional satisfaction. This is something a bit more divine. So take that on board for the middle of the month, Aries, because you always know the universe is on your side. No matter what they throw at you, it's really important to remember that, because we all have our life lessons, and we also have the good times and the bad times. The good times are here. Now, at the end of the month, so the last week of the month, we have the King of Wands energy. So normally I would say that this is the Leo card, but it's just so happens, Aries, that it's popped up for you. And I will not and shall not deny your your fieriness, or your sassiness, or your leadership skills, or anything like that. I will throw this to being you, Aries. This is definitely what it's like. I keep hearing it, coming of age sort of thing, like a coming of age story, in a very quiet and solitary way, but nothing that shouldn't be, it should be applauded and acknowledged just as much. So here you are sitting on your throne at the end of the month, quite content in your being and where you are, and there's a sense of accomplishment now, even at that those things don't appear to be huge. As I said, stepping stones, increments, jump from one to the next, nothing too extravagant. That doesn't mean that you haven't come very far, and it's very important to acknowledge that as well. So I see you sitting in all your glory, looking back at the month and going, do you know what, that was weird. And at times it may have felt just a tiny bit intense, and it felt very stripping of oneself, but there was no way you could sit where you were here without that wisdom and knowledge, without having gone through this as well. What clarifies this beautiful card is the Four of Pentacles. Excuse me. So now the Four of Pentacles, it's funny that I speak about being solitary, because this is quite a reserved card. And when we have pentacle energy of Virgo, Taurus and Capricorn, we find that the reality of things can hit us quite hard, and can ground us in lovely ways. But if we're up in the air and that earth energy pulls us down, if it does it quite rapidly, it can sting us slightly. So there is an element of things that have happened in the past to you, and for you, I guess I should say, that have taught you to, have brought you to a place where in some ways you want to keep yourself to yourself, and not let everybody know your business, and not have everyone's ears listening to your words, and not speaking those words, because you feel sometimes it's better to keep quiet and keep your counsel. So this is clarifying the King of Wands energy, and maybe this is the energy that I've been feeling all along, which, as I keep saying, is content, chill out vibe, of somebody who is very happy of where they've come and what they've gone through in the past few months. And looking back means that they understand that it all had to happen the way it had to happen. But now You're being a way more picky and choosy about who you invite in. And just what you reveal of yourself. And I get that. Yeah, I totally get that, and I totally respect that as well. Also, a lot of you are thinking of your finances, and I'm seeing the city behind here, behind the Four of Pentacles. So what I'd say to you is, if you are thinking of moving to a different place or a more populated area, this is reminding you as well to save that money because you're going to need it. I see people moving to the city, and I don't mean just the suburbs, I mean city, downtown, uptown, whatever town, middle town, East town, West town, whatever town. I see you deciding to possibly do that as well. That could come up for you in December. But more importantly, Aries, I'm going to leave you with this King of Wands card. No matter if you are king or queen, male, female, or any other pronoun that you use, it is important to know that you are exactly where you need to be. And I couldn't be happier for you. Alright Aries, this has been your November reading. I hope you liked it. If you dig what I do, please like and subscribe. More importantly, leave a comment. I want to know how you're getting on. Again, if you'd like a personal reading with me, my email address is below. Shoot me an email and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Until next month, Aries. I'm just real happy for you. I really am. Have a great month. Take care of yourselves. Sending you all my love during this crazy time. And remember to give and receive love as well. Take care. Bye.